Hi Etty, thank you for uploading the pictures this week. Excellent stuff, really. I'm super impressed. Super impressed. Big pat on the back. Okay, let's jump. We'll look at the photo shoot later. Let's jump into the boring stuff, which is like really the foundation of it all, anyway. Or what I like refer to as like getting into the ballpark, because if you don't know how to use the camera, you can't really properly express your vision, because it's the camera that's the machine that allows you to choose how you want to express your vision. Okay, perfect, beautiful, excellent. You have a nice camera. You have the 50mm. Excellent. Perfect. How much better do you want than that? Are you a manual? No. Good. Okay. Fantastic. Okay, good shot. So you've seen clearly here. This is closer. You're focused here. So this is out of focus and the other way. Okay. So a third. So that is not a third. We have to right now. What a stupid looking thing. Anyway, what we have to do is work out where, because this is quite a big thing, you understand? So the question is, where is the middle of this object? This object is obvious because it's symmetrical, so the middle's here. But sometimes you have like triangular objects or wacky objects, and you have to feel again this whole the whole system that I'm giving over as I'm clarifying, as I'm talking about it more and more and more, is the idea of feeling without assigning numbers, measuring in a sense without numbers. It's kind of weird, yeah, because how can you measure without numbers? But that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to look at the picture and we're trying to just feel how heavy it is on this side and how heavy it is on this side, how tense it is over here, how relaxed it is over here, and that's how we can like break the code of how to take awesome pictures. It's kind of like wacky and profound, but it's cool. So the middle point here is obvious because it's just a symmetrical object. So what we're going to do is we're going to just crop off this little bit of the this bit over here, and this we actually now the question is, where's the middle in this area? So I would say the middle is about this part here, because it balances when you in the way that I perceive. These big eyes weigh a lot, so to speak, but this big these weigh a huge amount, these weigh the most, but this big blob of orange also has a weight in your eyes. So it kind of, and I'm not going to get into it too deep now, it's quite complex, you could talk about this for quite a long time, but all the elements here, one second, let me just do this, all the elements over here weigh the same as all the elements over here. Anyway, so now we click enter, and this is actually now a third. Okay, could be a teeny weeny little bit more. Might as well, if you can do it, might as well do it properly. You have to just sit. No, because I think it's here. It's not. There's a difference. It's actually a little bit off actually, and this is the middle point. There we go. Okay, now we can see got a third, third, and we've got the balance of this object. Okay, goes on to the third. Okay, good. This is excellent. This is perfectly balanced. That is really, I'm very impressed with that. There's a lot of things that you'll learn about right now. You're in class 2. There's a bunch of mistakes here that we're not going to talk about right now, that you'll be able to fix very soon and end up with more interesting pictures than this. But the exposure is perfect, your focus excellent, technically this is great, the stats are okay, you don't know about that yet, that's you've got to learn. But the point is that the movement coming from her out here is perfectly, I wouldn't crop anything there, that is perfectly balanced in my opinion. Excellent, well how would you say it? Sensed or tasted? It's like tasting, isn't it? Well, let's say well tasted, well experienced. Okay, so this isn't so good as the last one. So it's unbalanced here. This is too close to the side. There's a scraping. Your eye scrapes the canvas over here. That wouldn't be such a problem if the light wasn't falling over there. Obviously, we look into the eyes. There's no real way of cutting his head. I don't think cutting his head off would work. Actually, maybe it could work a little bit. 1 second. Because we've got this strong line here that carries us through. I still feel that that's all part of the same shape, so you have to end up having like that, and it still doesn't do enough. It's a little bit better. I think it needs a teeny little bit more room at the bottom here to be balanced. Actually, looking at that again, I'm thinking now that this actually has become balanced. The tension of this, the weight that this pulls graphically, is so strong. These eyes, once we make the eyes brighter, if we were to brighten the eyes, it could be that would change the balance. And I probably would do that. I for sure would do that. But this is actually where this is a heavy. This weighs a lot, so to speak, graphically. So it pulls the eyes. It's a little bit too close. The direction of a face, your eye enters into the eyes. Your eyes move downwards. So we nearly always need more room at the bottom of the frame than at the top of the frame to make an image feel balanced. Okay, this is fine, and we cropped off a little bit here. Okay, good stuff. I'm looking forward to getting into your photo shoot. Okay, so it's again, you're right at the beginning. This is excellent. You can see this is not sharp. That is because you're a 100th of a second, and you're going to learn about that in the next class. What are you shooting on? Program. You're going to learn about that in the next class. You've got so much to be excited about because you're going to be excellent. There's about to show you're going to be excellent. Okay. Out of focus. However, the actual composition is beautiful. Again, we've got this line. Did you see how that works? Yeah, that is very beautiful. That is super beautiful. It's very rare that you can get away with cars and pictures, unless it's like some kind of wacky Ferrari, but that worked beautifully. That is a exceptionally beautiful shape there. Exceptionally beautiful. Problem is that it's not sharp, but you'll fix that next time. Very, very well, since you have a excellent sensitivity, Baruch Hashem, to the image, and you will be able to create amazing, amazing things. Okay? This should be cropped a little bit off over here, but then but you're in a bad place, basically. This is not a good place to be taking pictures, although you killed it with this one. Okay, that granted, but it's just so good. Sorry. To crop here, you've got all these cars. You're at 3.2. You could have blurred them out a little bit more, but be sensitive to a picture like this. This is easy. You should be aware of this. Okay, cropping like that. Even see a drop more. The problem is this over here. I don't want to catch the fluff of her hair so much. So again, okay, there we go. Point of entry is here. We've got enough room to come around slowly. This stuff here and that there is distracting. That makes a very big difference to this image. It brings it down many levels. But the actual light on her is beautiful. Stats are acceptable. You held the camera steady, nicely focused. Excellent. Etty, good stuff. This is great. The light on her face is beautiful. You nailed the exposure and the it's a great camera, by the way, and you nailed the exposure and the focus. Let's have a look here. You're still in program. That's fine. Be sensitive. Put her in the middle. That will give you the element of symmetry, and it will also symmetry. Remember what we learned in class 1. Symmetry is a big piece of the puzzle, and then it would also give you a more visible triangle. This would be more visible, and it would straighten everything together. It would bring a lot of symmetry to the image, and depth wise, you still got the depth, I suppose, but to put her in the middle, that would be the right thing to do over here. Okay, like we said, great light on her. as it is like this, maybe we could try something like here. See, just cars are like a big no-no. That works. That really does work. Should be very happy with this picture. I like this. Very nice. Lovely. And maybe we'll take that one into Lightroom. Excellent. This is really, really good stuff, Etty. Really good stuff, especially for the second class. And you're all on you're on program as well. So it's excellent. You've got a good eye. You should really you should really go far, but Hashem. Okay, you're at 60th of a second. It's not pin sharp. That's because you're a little bit slow. This doesn't need so much, I don't think. One second. Something like that. There we go. Lovely. Great. And nice. I mean, I haven't been speaking about it, but beautiful smiles on her. She's a great model. She obviously feels great. She obviously feels very comfortable with you. So this is great. And there you go. This is with the it's not. See, this picture was, look at the difference in the blurriness, in the depth of field. So you'll see that when you get to the next class, and you'll understand, not the next class, class 4, you'll understand why that is. It's just, let me talk about all the things that I like about this. There's a beautiful shape over here. This is like, there's 2 levels of triangle. Yeah, that's the structure of the image. That's very beautiful. That really is. That leg flaring out like that adds a lot of like spice to the picture. That leg of the triangle that kind of flicks out just adds. But it's difficult for me with these cars. Maybe that's just my own social, but it looks like there's also a like some kind of tractor in the background or something. I don't know. For where you are, I believe that is an excellent picture. We didn't catch the focus. Sorry, we didn't catch the we didn't get it sharp because of the shutter speed. You'll learn about that in the next class. Do not worry about that. Excellent. Etty is doing fantastically. Which one should we take into Lightroom? I always think about this like the person's at the computer saying, "Good, take that one, take that one." I have no idea what you're thinking. So I think we'll redo the crop here, yeah, and we'll take this one in. Let's just save this, okay, and open with Lightroom. This is really great. I'm really very impressed. I really am. Okay, the first thing that I need to do is just give, I need to vignette things here. Just desperately needs a vignette. Oh. A big vignette, in my opinion. You know what I think I'm going to do instead of a vignette? I don't know why I went to do a vignette. Usually I do it like how I'm going to show you anyway. Is I use the radial tool. Press H so we can see where the circle is. See, I am actually going to brighten this, but I'm not going to do that right now. First, I want to look at this. We're going to darken it all the way down, and then invert. I want to make sure that her face is completely bright. I don't want to take away any of the brightness from her face, and I also want to drop the clarity a little bit. Remember the key to Lightroom is working out the subject. And emphasizing the subject. Remember, we can emphasize the subject in one of 2 ways. Either number 1, we emphasize it, or number 2, we de-emphasize everything else. Okay, and we are de-emphasizing primarily by a few ways: by darkening, by softening, and by warming. Okay, what warming is like, you could argue that a little bit, but we're not going to get too deep into that. But those are our basic tools of how to do that. And then let's just add a little bit of brightness with our brush tool, just to really, maybe just to actually go into her eyes and just pop her eyes a little bit. 1 second. Let's go to our iris enhance. Okay, let's zoom out. Yeah, I'm cool with that. Let's add in a little bit of our, I just want to raise the exposure a teeny weeny bit. Pop, just like that. I don't want to, I could even actually maybe make a new one, maybe soften her hair even. It's just such a soft, it's a lovely little girl there. She's just, there's just nothing aggressive or dynamic about that. It's just very nice and lovely. So I'm going to drop my clarity again. And I don't want to add any, I want to just make things flowing and soft. Another way that we use Lightroom is by trying to associate just one word, maybe two, but just one word with the image. And here I would say like soft or lovely. So now we're going to be going in the direction of softening as opposed to in the direction of adding energy or intensity. Okay, that really is lovely. That's a really that was a great basis, how to say that, a great foundation. And then we just pushed it that little bit further. I might even just pull the vignette that we made. 1 second, a little bit more. Excellent, Etty, you nailed it. Okay, get out there, keep taking pictures, enjoy it, and enjoy the improvement, and enjoy the seeing the whole system come together, because it's really cool. And if you've got these kinds of sensitivities to the image, you could do good things with this. Okay, all the best. Looking forward to seeing what you do for us next week.